Hey everybody, welcome back to A Better Computer. My name is Matt, and today I'm going to show you how I use Notion when I'm working on a freelance project to make sure the client knows what's going on, to make sure I know what's going on in a way that's really professional, really easy to use, and really it's just convenient for everybody, and is much better, in my opinion, than using email, which is still done basically all the time, even in 2021. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. It's not that complicated. We'll get done pretty quickly. But yeah, I think it's really, really valuable and can really make you look good in these situations. I did want to thank the Sweet Setup for making this video possible. I'm working with them on this video to kind of show people how to use Notion better. The Sweet Setup, if you don't know, is a website dedicated to helping people find the best apps out there, the best software out there for their needs. So check it out. I'll have a link in the description to them, as well as a link to this specific article. So there's a written version of this as well if you'd prefer to read through it. But yeah, I'll talk about them more at the end. But thank you so much to the Sweet Setup for making this video possible, and let's jump into it. Okay, so we're looking at my Notion page right now, and the first thing I want to do is create a workspace for this project. So these private ones are just for me. I don't really want to share those. I can't share them, I don't think. But these workspaces are meant to be public if you want. So let's pretend I'm doing a project for 1Password videos. And then I can go ahead. This is not sponsored. I'm not actually making videos for 1Password. This is just an example. But then you want to create some sort of database. And so there's all these options. A board is what we want. A board is going to create a Kanban board that you can use to kind of move tasks left to right to their final completed state. And you can do some stuff here. So let me go ahead and delete these placeholder tasks real quick that Notion throws in there. So I've got a fresh board. Before I really share this with the client, I want to make it a little more personal to them as well. That's a nice touch. So up here at the top, you can add icons, covers, and descriptions. So I'm going to add a description that's called Security Videos Fall 2021. I'm going to add an icon. So it'll add an emoji. I think it is a random one by default, but you can upload an image. So I'll upload an image. I happen to have their company logo over here. So I've got the logo there. And then I'll add a cover image. So again, change the cover, upload my custom wallpaper or custom file, I suppose. It's going to upload here. There we go. And then I'm going to reposition it just to be a little more aligned. Again, this could be whatever you want, but I think this looks pretty nice. And when they see this, they're going to be like, wow, this is personalized to me, which is great. So now I need to make it available to them somehow to actually see. So let me go to share. And then I want to share this to the web, right? So share to the web, I get a URL, and then I can allow edits, comments, and let them duplicate as a template. The search engine indexing isn't a thing we necessarily want, so I'm not going to do that, but I'll allow them to edit it if they sign into an account. Cool. Basically, if I copy this URL and then open something like Firefox and just paste it in, it's going to see exactly what I kind of have up in my Notion page. And so I can just see all the stuff's going on. And then if I want to actually like make edits to it, because that's allowed, I have to sign in. So yeah, I could sign in here if I'd like. But if I don't want to sign up for a Notion account, I don't want a Notion account, I'm the client, I can just look at this page and see where things are. I'll just hide this so we can come back to it later. If I do want it to be more private, so again, I just used the URL and I was able to see it immediately. If it's a more sensitive project, you can go ahead and add specific emails, and that'll make them sign into a Notion account with that email so that they can access it. For this demo, I'm not going to do that, but it kind of works basically how you'd expect. So, okay, I've got this pulled up, and so basically we have statuses for no status, not started, in project, or in progress, and completed. So I'm going to make one change to this, or two changes. So instead of no status, not started, in progress, completed, I'm going to say not started and no status are basically the same thing. I'm going to do with Matt, that's me, and then this is going to be with Steve. And so you can just click on these statuses to edit them. Yeah, it just kind of does like that. And then I don't want this to be red. I don't want it to be bad news that is with me. So I'll make this orange. So it goes from no status to with me to do something, with Steve, the contact at, I guess in this scenario, 1Password to do something, and then it's completed at the end. So those are the statuses that we're working with. And yeah, that's really it. So let's go ahead and create our first video. So this is going to be video one, right? So video, or we'll call it, what's this going to be called? This will be using Watchtower. which is a feature that they have in 1Password. So this is the first task. And so obviously, first things first, I need to do stuff with it. I need to write the script. I need to record the video and edit it and everything. And once I'm done, I'll give it over to Steve. Steve can go ahead and look at the stuff in here that we're about to create. And if he needs some changes, he throws it back to me. If not, it's thrown to completed and we're done. We're on to the next. But if I click into this, you only get Notion's basic things, right? So you get the name here, you get to assign it to a person. I've only got me on this project. And then I can set a status to any of the things that we've created. But there's other things that I want. This is a video, right? So this we're going to assume is kind of the title of the video, but I don't want to have to refer to this, especially if there's a lot of videos. I want to be able to just like name them by number and not have to think about, you know, using Watchtower, especially if there's like 3 videos about Watchtower. So I want to add a property. So add a property for video number, right? And then you can select what type of thing you want it to be. I want this to be a number. So then I can say this is video 1, right? There we go. It's a video, so I'm going to have to hand off something to them to look at. So it's going to be a video. It's going to be a large file. I'm going to upload it to Dropbox or OneDrive or Google Drive or whatever. So this is going to be download URL. And then I'm going to make this a URL. So once I have it uploaded to my cloud service, I'll just paste the URL here, and then they'll be able to see this and click it to download the file. But we're not done. We want to, these are videos, so we'll do thumbnail. So we need a thumbnail. I'm going to give them, I'll do files and media as the property type for this, which basically makes it so I have to upload a file up to 5 megabytes for free. You can do bigger ones if you pay for it, but that should be fine for thumbnails. Thumbnails should typically be 1080p, so you should be fine there. But yeah, is that everything? Oh, and maybe a date when it's due, right? These are going to have due dates, so we'll add a property due date. And then we're going to make it a type date. And dates are kind of nice. So let's say this is due at the end of the month. I'll select the last day of the month, and I'll say, remind me 1 week before, just to make sure that I have made some progress on it. So cool. So that's due on the last day of the month. So this is what I've got here. And so this is going to apply to all of them. So let's say this is password generator, right? That's the next one. If I click into that, you can see all of these properties are here. And so I can go ahead and do things to it. So this is video number 2. I don't have the URL thumbnail. And this one's actually going to be due a week after this. So it'll be due the 7th. Set a reminder to go off a week before to make sure I start working on it. So there we go. Now, I'm actually not going to use assignees. I think that you don't always need that. So I'm going to click on here, this little selector, and I'm going to delete the property. So I don't want the assignee here. Let me move the video number to the top so I can see that. The thumbnail can be lower. The due date can be higher. Actually, let me make the status the first one. These kind of work for me. So this order works for me on Password Generator. If I go over to using Watchtower, it actually syncs all those over as well. So all of your properties sync over between all of your tasks on this board. So this is all really nice. It's all just kind of there for you. But yeah, at this point, you're kind of off to the races. So let's say I need to start working on using Watchtower first. Actually, here's another thing. How do I know which one of these is due first without clicking into them, right? I can click in and see, okay, that's November 30th, that's December 7th, but I can actually go ahead and go into properties. And now I see those same properties I had on each task. I can go ahead and show them. So due date. There we go. I'm now showing the due date for each one of these in here. Maybe I want to show video number as well. Video number is there now too. And I can even sort these. So now video number is higher. You can sort them however you want. I actually kind of like them the other way around. But yeah, you can do all of this in Notion to really customize this look to how you want. And that doesn't impact your ordering here, right? So it's video number still on top of due date here, even though it's below it here. This is totally different stuff you can do. And again, remember, we opened this up in Firefox a second ago. If I go over to Firefox, this is just the public view of it. I already see my changes are here. I can see the tasks. I can click into them. I can look at each one. I can't do anything to them because I'm not signed in, but all of this is totally visible to me. If I say, okay, this one's due first, I'm going to start working on it. If I'm the client, I can already see automatically without reloading even. I can just keep this page open. I can see that, okay, that project is, or that video, I should say, is in progress with Matt. And then when I eventually finish it, move it over to them, they're going to see it and be able to go in here. They'll be able to click the URL to download the video, check it out, view the thumbnail. And then if I write anything, let me go ahead and say, this is some text, right? This is some text. It's already synced over so they can see all of that here. It's just really, really great. And so this is much better, in my opinion, than using email to communicate this and being like, which video is it? Where's the URL? Is this the updated link to download the file? Oh, I'm downloading the wrong one. It gets really complicated, in my opinion, through email, especially when you do bigger projects, longer term projects like this. So having a board built in Notion that lets you kind of keep track of this much better is just great, in my opinion. So I really love having this available to me, and I've gotten really great feedback from all the clients. Not 1Password, haven't done this with 1Password, but the other clients who I've done this with have really appreciated it, I think. And so, yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys today. So yeah, I did mention at the start of this video that this was made possible by the Suite Setup. They are sponsoring this video, so thank you so much to them for doing that with me. This has been a lot of fun to do. And yeah, you can check out them in the description. I've got links to their main site where they have tons of articles about just the best software you can get on all your devices. I think it's really, really great. I've been reading them since the very beginning many years ago, and it's been a real pleasure to work with them. And again, there's a text version of this very article or this video on their website as well. You can check out links to both in the description. Thank you so much to the Suite Setup for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.